Hey, everybody, thanks so much for coming today. I know your time is valuable, and I promise the next 30 minutes will be of value to you. I am a MAPS coach. My name is Danny Ihara, and today we're going to talk about how to position yourself to command higher compensation. In our world, we're getting 4% on the list side, we're getting 3% on the buy side, all in writing prior to taking clients out. And I'm going to show you a bit about how that works. So again, a little bit of background. I am the leader of KW Real Estate Planner. For those of you who don't know what KW Real Estate Planner is, it's a community of about 500 agents at the moment that we believe could get up to 3,000, where agents are learning how to build, protect, and transfer wealth. This target market is a wealthy older adult that owns the real estate. Therefore, we focus only on listings. I travel the country. I was just back from 28 days being on the road, traveling in 4 different states. Sharing this information. We have a team in Hawaii. I'm still in production to some level. I show up to listing appointments and strategy sessions. And we are the #1 team in Keller Williams in Hawaii. Out of the top 100 agents in Hawaii, out of, I think it was about 7,500 total agents in our marketplace, we've been in the top 100 almost the entire time I've been in real estate. After my very first year, I got into the top 100 and really grew from there. I've been really blessed to be part of Gary Keller's private mastermind group. Gosh, for I think that's 12 years now that I've been fortunate enough to be able to spend a lot of time with Gary. And he's really impacted the way I think and my mindset. I'm a MAPS coach. I am coaching this class 3 times a year. And also an investor in Keller Williams in Honolulu and Keller Williams in Maui. And I surf every day. And I have 2 simple goals in life. One is to watch every sunrise and sunset till I die. The second goal is to surf every day until I can. And that's my wife. I'm pretty good at that. Okay, little disclaimer. This information is not from KWRI. This is purely information from my experiences over the nearly 20 years of being in real estate, selling over $1 billion of real estate. So what's our goal today? It's really to understand the problem that wealthy older adults have, and solving those problems brings great value. See, since August 17th, since the law changed regarding our compensation and transparency around our compensation, we are now required to bring value, and it must be very clear to the consumer of the value we bring. Well, if you're not bringing any value, if you're just doing great marketing, then you're a commodity at the moment, right? And you're going to be seen as a commodity. My goal is to elevate your knowledge, elevate your business such that you bring greater value, right? How do we do that? We ask a lot of questions, right? I believe that questions put you in a position of strength because the person who asks the questions are controlling the conversation, and asking the right questions through the right conversations can bring really high value. And when you bring high value to somebody, you're going to command more money, right? You're going to be able to get more money than the average, and your profit margins will rise, right? What we want to do is also help you understand how to eliminate capital gains tax, because that's the highest level of service a realtor can bring to their client, is keeping their money. See, everybody can help somebody sell a property, and everybody can help somebody buy their property, but not everybody can help them keep their money. And that's what's most important. How do you help the wealthy keep their money and not pay capital gains tax? And that's how you're going to elevate your knowledge, you're going to elevate your business, and therefore people are going to see you differently. You know, your goal really should be able to earn a seat at the table where the wealthy go, right? Where do the wealthy go? To seek advice. They seek advice from a financial planner or a wealth advisor. They're going to seek advice from an attorney, and they're going to seek advice from the CPA. All 3 of those are the people that before somebody considers selling real estate, they will likely go to them and ask them questions. Well, here's the problem though. Those 3, they don't sell real estate, nor do they create plans for them. That's when a real estate planner shows up and shows them how to do that, how to create a plan to eliminate the burden of the property, build wealth, protect it, and then also transfer it. Finally, my goal today is to inspire you to take action. At the end of this, you're going to have an opportunity to join us in our group coaching class. And for $199 for 4 hours, that could change your world. It's well worth your time. So questions put you in a position of strength, right? Because the guy that asks the most questions, guess what? controls the conversation, right? And what the problem though with the world is we're all taught to talk at people. We're taught scripts. And I'm here to challenge that because I built my business on asking questions. See, because when you ask questions, if you don't, you're not going to learn anything. So that's what the way I do is I wake up every day and I ask myself the simple question, what do I need to learn today so that I can add greater value to somebody, right? And if you're constantly asking yourself questions versus telling yourself how great you are, then guess what's going to happen? That's going to bleed into the people around you. And you'll ask those people more questions, right? And there are certain questions that are better than others. I call them magic questions. And these magic questions can lead you to an appointments and agreements. And if we have time today, I'm not sure if we will, but if we have time today, we'll handle some of your objections that you may have faced. And I can show you within 3 to 5 questions, without even knowing your situation, how I can get you to an appointment and then how to get you an agreement. You see, because in the world of real estate, ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing in real estate is getting a listing. It's the hardest thing to do. Well, the first step in getting a listing is what? Getting an appointment. So what if you just focused on getting an appointment? What if you got really good at it, where you can have 1 to 3 appointments every single day? Well, that's kind of my life. I live a life where I go to appointments 1 to 3 a day. It's just what I do. And it's changed our business. And we're able to close over $1 billion of real estate just on one model. Okay? We provide solutions to folks. Now, questions are also going to show you the people that you talk to that you care. You see, if I continue to ask you questions, you're going to start to like me and you don't even know why. It's because I'm curious to learn what's in your heart and what's in your head and what your motivation is so that I can help you. Right? I'm not going to be here to tell you what you need to do. I'm going to ask you questions to help you self-discover that that's what you want to do. And when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, how can I be wrong, right? I can't. It's not my idea. I guided them down the path. I showed them a way to go, but I didn't tell them what to do. That's when people will trust you. Yesterday I went into a listing appointment with somebody I'd never met. They just Googled us, and they had interviewed 2 other people. Their best friend, the husband's best friend from when he was in elementary school until now, is a realtor. They're not using them. Then there was another person that was saying that they'll list it, and there was a past agent that they used in the past that they said that they're going to only charge 1.5%. We walked out of the appointment with an agreement of 4% is what they're paying us. How did we get there? We asked good questions and we helped them self-discover that they're going to want us, right? So question is going to bring clarity to motivation. So here are some really key questions that I just lost my screen share. My screen share?
No, it's lost.
Okay, can you share? It looks
Sure,
like I'm having
sure
trouble.
thing. Sure thing.
Then I get to see everybody. I think. Yeah, hey, look at this nice, beautiful smiling faces. Yeah, thanks for you all that have your camera on. And for those that you don't, at some point you'll put clothes on, so you'll be appropriate, but it's okay. At some point.
Driving.
Okay, so where was I at? Bill. Okay, here. So questions are going to bring clarity to motivation. So for sellers, when you're going out to a seller, your first question is, what's causing you to want to sell? Now, words matter. I didn't say, why are you selling? Why is a defensive word? So we remove the word why from your vocabulary and place it with what? Because everybody has a reason for doing what they want to do, whatever they do, right? So what's causing you to want to sell? Right? What is causing you, it has nothing to do with me, to want to sell? You want to sell. Well, what's the motivating factor? So those keywords are crucial to your success. What's causing you to want to sell? And in your ideal world, when would you like to sell by? You have to identify if this is somebody that wants to sell yesterday or somebody that says, maybe in the next couple of years. How would you know? See, I've been wrong too many times. People have said initially that they want to move quickly, but they didn't act like they were moving quickly. Anybody have anybody like that, right? Or somebody says, oh, I'm not in a rush, but they start rushing you. And so I had to ask the better question because I couldn't figure these people out. Well, I couldn't figure them out because I didn't ask the right question. In your ideal world, that's why I say in your ideal world, not just think randomly, in your best world, when would you like to sell by? Okay. And then where are you moving to? See, most agents aren't going to ask that because most agents don't care. I'm showing them that I care. Because if they don't know where they're going to move to, are they motivated? No, they're not. And so that's a motivating, qualifying question. Where are you planning on moving to? Now, if they're very clear, oh, I need to go to this area by this time because I need to do this, now you're clear on timing as well. But notice just those three questions. I'm going to show up like I care because I do. I genuinely care. But the client's going to know and feel that. So one of the first things they want is, can I trust you? Trust is being built in the first 5 minutes of my conversation. Now, what are you looking for in an agent? And what I actually say is, what are the top 3 things you're looking for in your agent? And you know what? Most people can't tell you. So I make it uncomfortable a little bit. It's just fun, right? I pause and I wait, because here's the thing about asking questions. When you get good at asking questions, you must, and I say you must, get an answer. See, if you don't get an answer, you're teaching them that if you ask a question, they don't have to answer you. Teach people how to treat you. And so I'm going to make it uncomfortable. If they don't answer me, I'm just going to wait. And then I'm going to repeat the question again. So I'm sorry. What's the most important thing to you? What are the top 3 things that are most important to you in selecting your agent? How are you going to do that? What criteria? And I'm just going to say the same question in different ways for them to finally they will tell me. And this lady took a while. She said, oh, I guess somebody I can trust. She said somebody that knows what they're doing, and somebody that has sold in my area. Those are the 3 things she said to me. So, okay, great. And guess what? The reason why I started doing that is I don't talk about me. See, most agents are going to go in and say, here's how great we are. I'm the #1 agent in my market. Here's how great we are. Look at all of our marketing. It's incredible, right? And they don't care. They just don't. I know that because I fail in that area. And so I stopped talking. I don't even talk about me until I'm asked to. Okay? Until I'm asked to. All the conversations about them. This is how you get people to like. Now, here's the last question that nobody really asks around the country is, do you understand your capital gains tax liability? This is where you need to elevate your knowledge. And I'm on a national platform to really motivate and encourage and empower agents around the United States to ask that question. Why? Because people aren't asking that question. Why? Because it doesn't impact the agent's ability to sell real estate. It does not impact the agent's ability to make money. It doesn't impact your commission. That's why nobody's asking. There are some companies that don't talk about finances. Well, then you're going to be a transaction commodity. I'm a real estate planner. What that means is I plan all of their real estate. Well, how do I do that if I don't know what capital gain tax looks like? How do I suggest for them to keep or sell something, right? How do I suggest that they do a 1030? There's no way for me to know that. Somebody says, oh, they want to do a 1031 exchange, but you find out that they have no gain. They don't need to do a 1031 exchange. How do you know that? Because you asked the question. And I'm going to tell you, if you just add this one question into your repertoire of questions that you talk to a seller at, you're going to get business. Proof of concept, Andy Fisher out of Austin, Texas, came to our class and he goes back home, competed with 4 agents in an area that he doesn't do business, multi-million-dollar area. He got that listing. And the reason why he got it is the client said that you're the only one that cares about me. And he goes, well, what do you mean? You're the only one that asked something that was important to me. All other agents are talking about them and what matters to them. And we have a saying on the bottom that I suggest you embrace is, our promise is to look out for your best interests before our own. And that's why I'm going to do a napkin test for you on your capital gains tax to see what it looks like. And I'm going to ask you for your first piece of homework to talk to your CPA and you tell me what the real number is. I can give you a rough idea on a napkin test. Okay. Adding value, is a way that you can increase your compensation. So when it comes to selling, some of the things that we do is we add value by doing a 10-day blitz. What's that? Well, we're going to do more work than the average agent is. See, the average agent's going to do their marketing, put it on the market, take their first offer, collect their money. Yeah, you could do that. But we do a 10-day blitz. What that means is we're going to get the property ready. On the right side, you see a handwritten calendar that was used in one of our presentations. The reason why the calendar works so well, guys, it gives them a visual representation of their life, what has to happen, and you're proving to them that you know how this works. Because within 60 seconds, this calendar is drawn, and we ask questions along the way. So do you think you can clear it out within this? Oh, yeah, we're good. So if that's the case, we could put the cleaning here, we could do the staging here, and then we bring photos in and we do the marketing. Then we go live on this Friday. Now we have a 10-day blitz, which means we're going to have an open house on Sunday, and then there's going to be a lot of activity. We're going to have another open house the second Sunday, which means we're going to work twice as hard as anybody else will. That brings value. And then the next day after that, we're going to have all offers due. And the market knows, we've trained our industry in Hawaii to know that not to send in an offer and wait for the offer due date. Why does that help? Because now you create competition. You help your client get more money. The other reason why it's good is it gives you more opportunity to get more business, because you have a product and a storefront now that could be very appealing, which means you're going to get more business. Okay? Clear and constant communication is really vital to your success, and that comes verbally, but also in written language. Every client gets a text string that we have our entire team on, the ones that are working for them, and we're in constant communication. Okay? It gives them a channel to ask questions, complain about something, let us know about something. Whatever it is, we'll make it easy. Okay? Then we provide solutions to their problems, and that's really one of the things that some people need is they need help with renovations and repairs. And that's where you need to get a complete solution of answers of vendors such as painters, floorers, roofers, people that can do kitchens, bath, electrical, plumbing, gutters, roof, swimming pool, landscaping, all of the above. When you have solutions and when you show up to say to them that, oh yeah, we can help you with that, and show them the process of doing it, you're going to get business. Lastly is marketing. As you can see, I don't start with marketing. This is the last thing we do. It's, oh, by the way, our marketing, yeah, I have a saying that, we have over 350 websites. We have over 80,000 emails. We're gonna make sure that everybody on this planet knows about your property. Like, there is one thing they're gonna have to know about me. I only market to this planet. That was a joke. Okay, and they laughed. Anyways, yes, we're going to be able to appeal to the people that can buy your properties. Next slide. So questions to bring clarity to motivation to buyers. Here's your first magic question. What's causing you to want to buy? What's causing you to want to buy? Okay. And in your ideal world, when would you like to be in your new home? Same thing. What are you looking for in your agent? I would use what are the top 3 things you're looking for in your agent. And you need to have a strong buyer representation presentation. And the way we do it is, do you understand your 7 ways to cancel a contract? See, from the day one when I got into real estate, I got into real estate and I told myself, I want to be the best realtor on the planet. How do I do that? I have to understand the contract. I have to understand the legal rights of my clients. So everybody in my world has to read the contract, every word from the beginning word to the last word, every week for the first month. Yes. Why? Because this is where the rubber meets the pavement. Right? And when you understand your client's rights, and when you can ask them, imagine being in an open house and you ask them, do you understand your rights in the contract? They go, well, I don't know. Do you know the 7 ways to cancel a contract? They go, no, I don't. Would you like to? Oh, yeah. It's Thursday or Friday better for you. It's a choice close. Right? So lead with questions. You're going to get appointments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Because our promise is you look out for your best interests before our own. And this is one example of that. Next slide. With higher perceived value, you can now command more money. See, if you don't have higher perceived value, ladies and gentlemen, you're a commodity. You know? What are commodities? Kleenex and toilet paper are good examples of that, right? We wipe stuff with it, and we don't care what the manufacturer is. We don't care where it came from. It does its job. Well, don't be a commodity. How do you not be a commodity? You do something more than just wipe stuff. Next slide. And here's how you're going to be able to do that. So in our group coaching class, we teach you how to understand the opportunity within the wealthy older adult community. Believe it or not, there's 2.1 million older adults that are going to die this year, and 80% of them own real estate. What that means is going to be in a form of a trust sale or a probate sale. What if you understood how that worked? What if you could attract that business? There's over 2.2 million older adults that are going to leave their home after they retire. Senior relocation specialist is that solution. There will be a time in their life where their home doesn't work for them anymore. It'll either because of physical, mental challenges that are coming about, familiar family challenges, or just they're lonely or they can't do the stairs, or the house is too big. Whatever it might be, they're going to need to move. What are their problems? Here's their questions. Where do I go? How much does it cost? What does life look like? How do I get there? Who can help me? See, when you solve all those problems as a senior relocation specialist, you're going to get business because nobody else is learning this and explaining it in the manner that we do. We started our business with senior relocation specialists for the first decade, right? And we partner with retirement communities. I've got clients in every single one of them. And we know all of the people in all of them. We know the type of food they have. We know the floor plans. We know the pricing. We know everything about them. So guess what? We became the placement company. Well, guess what? It's not that hard to learn, guys. It really isn't. You just got to do the work. Right? If I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I started as a single agent. Funny how that works. And over time, you learn to leverage. You learn to build leverage. But here's the next thing I learned is about 10 years into it, maybe 8 years into it, I started asking the question, do you own more than one property? That's another magic question. You want to ask anybody you know. Why? That's your qualifying question to find an investor. Do you own more than one property? Not a would-be investor, an investor that wants to sell their investment properties, right? And that's what your goal is, to find listings. So guess what? The average landlord owns 3 properties. Did you know that 34% of all households are rentals? So if you're looking for the guys that own the most amount of real estate, why would we not look for investors? It makes no sense. Today, in our world, it's more than 60% of our business is investors that are selling and doing a 1031 exchange. And guess what? When they do a 1031 exchange, they're going to sell one and they're going to, that's right, they're going to buy one. 2 transactions, twice the units, twice the GCI, same client. And by the way, some of these clients have a lot of them. And some of our clients have 15, 25 properties. You want to grow a massive business? Focus on what matters most. And that is finding people that have all the wealth in real estate. There's this thing called DSTs, Delaware Statutory Trust. It's a tool for us to use to get listings. It's a trust that owns real estate. It's allowable through a 1031 exchange. And then we also do legacy planning. In the end of the day, when you're gone, who gets what? And what's your plan? Did you know that 80% of families, 70% of families are fighting over real estate after their mom and dad die? 70%. Why is that? It's because they don't have a plan. See, if I asked all of you, have you ever heard of a family fight over real estate after mom and dad died? You would all raise your hand up. Why does that happen? Because there's not enough real estate planners out there to teach them how to plan their wealth, to teach them how to build a legacy. So it keeps the money in their pocket, removes the burden of the property, eliminates capital gain tax, and allows their family to live the biggest and best life they can. Right? Next is to gain knowledge with wills, trust, and probate, because as I mentioned earlier, 2.1 million older adults are going to die in the next 12 months, and 80% of them own real estate. 1.68 million listings will likely hit the market in the form of a trust sale or lease. It's the easiest business to get. You don't have to worry about somebody because nobody's living there. Yeah, so fast and easy. And once you can attract that business through trust attorneys, through probate attorneys, through conservators, you're going to get a lot of referrals, as we do. I get at least 1 to 2 a day from somebody, and it's become a problem. Actually, it's a problem because we have a limited capacity in our team, and so our guys are working really, really hard every day to try to keep up with the demand of our business. See, I started in 2005, and I've only done one model. This is all I know. I'm a one-trick pony. I don't know that much. I know this, though, really well, right? And this is all I've done. And in the times of 7, 8, and 9, 2007, 8, and 9, how many of you were in business back then? It was a really tough time for realtors. Well, guess what? My wife and I, our business, it grew 20 to 35% every single year. And we didn't even know there was a thing called the Big Short out there. Yeah. So my suggestion is you take your phone out, you click on that QR code. By showing up at this class, you're getting 15% off. Just enter your promo code WEB15 and you can get your 15% off. Securing listings 4 weeks. I missed that chat. And I think this is all we have for our class today. I've got 2 minutes left. Are there any things in the chat that we need to answer real quickly? You still get access to the, yes. You have access to the videos. Graham, how long are those videos available? Graham.
Sorry, working one-eyed. Access to the client portal lasts for 60 days after the conclusion of the launch.
Okay.
So you can download the workbooks throughout and have those saved. And then the video recordings will be available for 60 days following the end of the launch, which would be the end of December, end of the year.
Awesome.
For this
and
one.
if you're interested in KW Real Estate Planner, this is not why we're here, but if you are, message us and we'll get you that information as well. That's all I have for today, guys. We hope that this has brought value to you. I trust that you will elevate your knowledge and you're going to show up differently. Please, please add value to somebody. Aloha.